Have you ever stuck somebody in the arm with like an IV or a needle or whatever the hell, and then just like got blood everywhere?
Oh yeah.
Like it just
the first
squirts
10 times
everywhere.
I started IVs. And
So is that like
if there's any nurse that tells you they didn't make a mess the first several times they started IVs, they're lying.
I made the mess
Or,
of first
or
time
they
too.
just didn't get the IV and they thought they did. So they either thought they were hot shit and they didn't, but
And just like totally missed the vein or something.
totally missed it. Yeah, because my first time, you know, when I stuck it in, I got vein. I got the blood return. I pulled the needle out, and then they're like, "You gotta hold it. You gotta hold pressure," and blood's just going everywhere and running down the side. We usually have little pads and stuff that we put under there just because we know we're gonna make a mess the first half a dozen times.
So let me get this straight. Your first time, you stuck it in. There was lots of blood. Had to put a pad to clean it up.
Yeah. Does this sound
Sounds like my
familiar?
first time too.
Right?
Had to get a new mattress. Had to get new sheets.
It's a costly expense.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag I don't recommend it for anybody who's
Hashtag cherry poppin' daddies.
young.
Is that a band?
You're gonna get a new T-shirt that says that?
Yeah, we should.
We're cherry popping daddies.
Well, I
just have arrows pointing to each other.
Yeah.
So we can walk down the street.
There we go.
Yeah. That's great.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have our own line of merch. That's all we wear. Is just our own merch.
Every time.
It's gonna be shirts that talk about cocking,
Cocking.
cock it and rock it.
Cock it, rock it.
Sorry, Randy.
Hashtag. Sorry, Randy. Don't leave out the hashtag. I gotta make sure everybody gets on board.
We do need that. That is the thing. We need a whole line of merch.
I think we could work with that.
I think we could. I think we could make, but it's one of those things where we would need this podcast to be so much bigger that enough people would be like, "Hey, I know what that is." You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna buy that.
yeah,
Maybe
like-
that's gonna be our advertisement for this podcast.
it should be.
We start getting it out, and people are like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt. What's it mean?" Yeah, you gotta check it out.
Yeah. Sorry, Randy.
It's about these
like
cherry
beat-
popping daddies.
It's like B's shirt, purse or whatever. It says "Ew, David."
Ew.
I've never seen that show, but I mean, I know what it is.
It's a great show, man.
Schitt's
You have to-
Creek?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek. You have to get into it. You have to watch like 3 or 4 episodes to get into it. And
Yeah.
actually build the characters.
I think I watched the first episode and I was just like, eh. But that's how I am with every show, though. I don't get into it like immediately. I have to wait till somebody else is watching it, and then I walk in on them watching it halfway through this like 6th season, and then I'm like, I'm gonna check this out.
Oh, I thought that's what you were gonna say. That's how I get into every girl.
Yeah,
Try it out for
halfway
one day
through the
and then
6th
throw it
season.
back, and I'm like, I wait until somebody else gets into it for like 6 seasons, and then they're like,
Yeah, I'm not really
"Hey,
into
this is
watching
really
the-
good.
yeah.
I'm gonna take that back.
Not really into season 1.
Right?
Once you get seasoned, then yeah.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
different story. Different
I thought
story.
you were a cherry popping daddy. Now you're just changing your mind.
just popping daddy.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna go get seasoned and come on back.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
steak. Everybody's gotta have a good.
I mean, I guess
seasoned
that's a
steak.
good topic to get into. It's a little like probably cringy for some, but virgins.
Virgins.
You ever experienced that?
You know.
Have you
It's
ever been a
interesting
virgin?
because- well, no, I came out.
You came out.
Came out
Oh,
humble.
now we're going on a whole different
Right.
subject. Yeah. You know, to be honest, I was expecting. I was
Yeah.
waiting for this.
You were waiting for this? Yeah. This wasn't supposed to be till episode 16. But now that you mention it,
So
yeah.
you came out as a virgin.
Where was I at in this story until you
You were talking about
threw me
virgins.
off? Oh yeah, virgins.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first girlfriend that I had sex with was supposedly a virgin.
Supposedly.
I mean, that's what she told me. I mean, who really knows the story?
Yeah.
Women aren't always truthful with everything they say.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, I can remember like the very first time I was so disappointed. I was like, she's like, it's in. And I was like, this is it? This is what I've been holding out for? This is
I'm
what I was waiting
35.
for? Right? Damn it. Why did I wait? Why did I wait till marriage? Yeah, I feel bad for those people.
The wait.
Oh yeah, they're like, I'm gonna wait until I'm married and I'm only gonna ever share myself with one person for
Yeah.
my whole life. And I'm like, how do you know if it's good or if it's bad? Or
Yeah.
if you're. And then I'm like,
I've always had a saying: don't wait for the right one. Practice for the right one, because when the right one comes along and you don't know what the hell you're doing, you don't want to lose them.
Exactly.
So get out there and practice.
it's like a car. You don't buy a car without test driving it.
You don't,
That's,
you don't.
That's it. You know,
Or you do, and then you hate the car
unless you're Carvana, then you just order it.
or CarMax.
If I don't like it, I'll send her back.
Yeah. What's Carvana? Can you buy a car?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's like ordering a car from a vending machine.
Nice.
And they just deliver it. If you don't like it, you just send it back.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is another big question that comes up a lot in live streams and on the
my car so
Q&A.
shitty?
Well, that too, but what do you look for in a woman?
Yeah.
What do you look for in relationships?
I'll ask you yours later, but I already know the answer to that. What do I look for?
Yeah. Like, what's something that you've always found, okay, what's something that's in relationships you've always found attractive or unattractive?
The most attractive thing I think of finding in women is just the reality to be relaxed, a little bit sarcastic, and not be so uptight.
So a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people have a good sense of humor, but they're still uptight.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be funny as fuck, but they're like, no.
Like how? Got you. I just want to
You
make
should
sure I
get
can
the
look out for
slow-mo.
that. Yeah.
Dying.
Beautiful.
Right? Yeah. I can't do it, man. Like, life is not that serious.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
So you look for somebody that's laid back and has a good sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part.
Definitely, for sure. Or can handle my sarcasm because I'm,
You are
I'm,
kind of sarcastic.
most part, I'm very sarcastic.
Yeah.
Which some people take as like, you're an asshole. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, obviously. And if you don't know me yet, hello. Welcome to the
Hello.
show.
Welcome to the TED
show.
Talk.
Welcome to TED Talk. Obviously, you don't know what we're watching.
Right. Okay, so what would you say is like an immediate turnoff for you?
Smoking. I just can't stand it. I don't know why anybody still smokes. Like, I get it, back in the day, it was pushed on everybody. Now,
Yeah.
there's no point in it. It's an excuse.
Just
To
like
hide
a
behind whatever. I don't care whatever excuse you want to make. Like, I get it. Some people are like, oh, it's like,
it's a crutch. You're
it's like,
saying.
yeah, it's a crutch at this point now. Some people are like, oh, but I only smoke when I drink, or I only smoke, which I get. You want to experiment with stuff, great, go for it. I'm all for it. Experiment, but at some point you got to curb yourself.
Yeah. Do you think that experimenting becomes a habit or an addiction? Less so than a
I think
crutch.
it's the reasoning for experimenting, right?
Okay.
So if you're experimenting because you want to be cool in front of your friends, then it's probably one of those things going to become a habit because you're trying to please somebody else. You're not doing it for the experience yourself, or to get that experience yourself. You're doing it because you're like, oh, I want to do it to be cool in front of my friends.
Yeah.
Which is the huge problem we have in this society now.
What if you don't have any friends?
Ooh, well then I don't know why you're experimenting. Who are you getting these experiments from?
You're like standing in front of the mirror. You're like, yeah, I'm cool for me.
Yeah.
No, I've never smoked
Do I
in
have
my
to
life.
smoke with my right hand or my left?
Both.
Hey, right.
No, I've never smoked in my life. Not once. I've never had any interest in it. But it's really odd. I don't know if I've shared this on the episode already or not, but I've had dreams where I was smoking in my sleep, in my dreams.
Yeah.
And I would wake up like coughing and stuff, probably from like sleep apnea or something. I don't know. But yeah, I would wake up from smoking in my dreams. And like actually when I woke up, feel like I was, like you could taste the smoke and smell it and stuff like that. Obviously there was nothing going on, but it's just all in your head.
Wow.
I think a lot of that has to do with like memories though. Like my grandma smoked and,
I thought it was because I'm smoking hot.
Well-
Yeah. So now what do you look for in a girl?
me.
Obviously, yes. That's what I'm talking about.
I have always been very partial to.
And so the biggest thing I tell people who are starting to try to save money is stop throwing money away. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, the whole 3 bags of chip thing.
Yeah.
Stop throwing food away that could be eating.
Right.
Or stop ordering so much food, or stop buying so much stuff that you don't need. Buy what you need.
Or don't buy chips.
Or don't buy chips. Yeah. Or don't buy chips. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, if you're that broke, don't buy chips.
If you're that broke,
yeah,
you need to be buying chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. Tuna fish in cans, so that you can carry it around with you.
Yeah.
And don't forget your can opener.
I think that's a real hard lesson for people to learn. I mean, and I'm going to kind of tie this back to a personal experience. Again, with the whole COVID thing, I mean, I stopped doing photography because I couldn't,
Right.
I took what money I had and instead of buying things because I was getting money, I turned it into a business, and I changed my life from that moment. I changed my life and started engaging with and surrounding myself with people who were successful in those kind of avenues and trying to learn from people to better my life. And I feel like a lot of people really, 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 really struggle with well, I've got an extra $100. Why don't I go buy this
What I
thing?
want.
Rather than, well, I've got an extra $100. If I'm going to take that $100 and spend it, how can I spend it on something that's going to make me $200? And that's been my whole thing. It's like, if I get a certain amount of money from this particular thing, I'm going to reinvest that money into something that's going to make me more money off of that thing that I'm buying. If I'm not going to do that, keep it in the bank until I realize what that thing is that I can buy that's going to help.
Right.
You know, and people, I've witnessed this in my, you know, day-to-day life, like friends of mine or whatever, they're very quick to buy some bullshit, like just because they've got the money. Like, you're like, did you really need to buy that? Like, I mean, hey, your money, but
Well, that's just
definitely
it.
wasn't very smart.
I can't remember the last time I went shopping for clothes.
Same.
I'm wearing clothes that I've had for 5-10 years
Yeah.
because it works. I don't need. I mean, how often do you really need to change your wardrobe? And how many people can actually go in their closet right now and throw out half of it and still have enough to wear something different every day for,
for sure.
3-4 months?
For sure.
It's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that whole big purge when I moved into the van, right?
Yeah.
Moving to a camper van, you can take a handful of clothes. Like, my spot in the van is literally for clothes is, I don't know, 2.5 feet wide by 1 foot tall by maybe 8 inches deep.
Right.
Like, you can barely fold a pair of pants and stick it in there. I have to roll everything in circles and
Yeah.
stick them in there.
No, you know, honestly, I'm kind of the same way. I look at, like, you know, I've got a lot of clothes that I don't wear, but a lot of that stuff is like, it's kind of dumb, but a lot of the shirts that I would never wear, I keep because there's some sort of like attachment, sentimental attachment, but I would never wear it. Right. But like, or it's too small for me now or whatever, but I keep, but it's like, I think about that stuff all the time. I look at my Instagram or my social media accounts and I'm like, God damn, dude, I like literally wear this shirt and everything that I post. Like, people are going to start thinking I don't have any extra clothes.
I don't have any clothes.
But I mean, I've got 4 or 5 pairs of jeans.
Yep.
I've got maybe 20 different shirts, maybe. I don't, and I couldn't tell you the last time I went out and bought something because I wanted new clothes.
The last time
you
I
know?
got new clothes, I was in Florida at my buddy's house. And he was like, hey, man. He's like, you should go to the Goodwill here. And I was like, why? He's like, dude. It's like, I go there all the time. He's like, I find all these fancy clothes and I'll buy them. And then I just go online and sell them.
Oh, yeah.
So he lives in Del Rey, which it was an up and coming risky thing. So
Yeah.
let's say he bought his house for $200,000, right? So he bought his house for $200,000 on the main strip, I don't know, 10 years ago. And now it's worth, I don't know, 1.5 million.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, I'm a millionaire on paper, but I don't make that kind of money. Right?
Right,
He's paying a
yeah.
house that was a $200,000 mortgage.
Yeah.
That's where he lives. That's where he's been. But anyway, he shops at Goodwill so much that literally had, I wouldn't even say it's a walk-in closet. It's a wall that had 25 boxes of clothes that he's just packed up in T-shirts.
So he's basically flipping clothes.
And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, man, here's a whole box. Take whatever you want out of it. And I was like, nice. That's when I went shopping.
Nice.
Because I got it for free from my buddy
Yeah.
who bought all these nice clothes. And I'm
Free
like,
is good, dude.
free is great.
No, I've been
you can't be
fortunate.
ashamed.
No, well, I've been fortunate that I get a lot of free clothes from like companies now. You know, like I've got different companies that are sending me, you know, like these were free, you know, this is my own thing. Like, so it's like there's a lot of benefit in what I do too, because it's like these people are sending me clothes. So, I mean, I bought that shirt because it's for something that I'm doing.
A specific event.
Right. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm not going out and being like, oh, this shirt's cool and that shirt's cool and these pants are sick. Like,
Well,
I don't do that. Yeah.
Built us up on this imagery, and we got to
100%.
We got to perform this specific image.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I mean, and we all do. We all judge people we see them on the street, but some of them have really cool, unique stories, and some of the wealthiest people I know dress like bums.
Yeah.
It's like Adam
Well-
Sandler. Look at him. Like, the dude just does not give a shit.
Well, speaking of Japanese porn, let's go get some Thai food.
Right? Yeah.
I have
let's
no
do
idea
this.
how that correlates, but
correlates.
we're at the
Great.
end of our episode anyway, so
Time's up.
do
Thai
all the
food.
things.
Like, subscribe, and
Click the notification bell so you get notified. And
of any of our new
podcast.
what did we call this episode?
I don't know yet.
Oh, yeah.
Suicide Swimmers.
Suicide Swimmer episode.
The Suicide Squad.
Yes, Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Nutsack
Coming to
Squad.
get you. Fluffernutter
Yep.
with the Suicide Squad.
And remember, if you guys are watching this and you want the full episode, which is over an hour long, make sure you guys hit that Patreon. Link is down at the bottom. Bokuwahyde, patreon.com/Bokuwahyde. Click that link, get in there, subscribe. At the bottom tier, you're going to get all the things, including this episode and your name listed at the end of the episode right Oh, it's probably already going. Actually, it's
Yeah,
right here.
right here behind me,
It's
somewhere.
scrolling right here. Yeah, your name. Look, your name just, and your name.
Oh.
So yeah, there you go.
Did you put my name in there?
Yeah, your name is. No.
Shit.
Bye.
Peace.
Sorry, Randy.
Hashtag.
Sorry, Randy. We have to finish every episode like that.
Oh. And
Sorry, Randy.
Sorry, Randy.